For the first time in many, many years, the great white oak on Bronte Road outside of the regional building that people in this community fought so hard to save, a 260-year-old tree. We were able to gather seed from it. It was the first time it had dropped seed in years. We collected over 1,000 seeds. We have more than 500 of them at a tree nursery right now that are growing, and we have about 500 of them in various tree foster parents' yards around the community that are growing. And I was talking to some school students the other day. I took them for an urban forest tour, and we stopped at this oak tree. It was the last thing we did on the tour. And I told them about Joyce Burnell, and the way I described it is I said she went a little mad. She went a little bit crazy in trying to save this oak. She dedicated her entire time to it. She did everything she could think of. She wrote Prince Charles wrote back. She even wrote a song for the tree and proceeded to sing it in front of regional council. She did everything that she could think of. And in the end, she did save this tree. So a few years ago, we were there with a bunch of school kids again, and we noticed that the tree was dropping seed. Now that oak tree hadn't dropped seed for years. So this was the first time it had dropped seed, and there was tons of seed. And white oak, as soon as it drops on the ground, if the conditions are right, and the seeds are fertile, then they start to sprout. And all of these seeds were sprouting, so we knew they were fertile, we knew they were good seeds, and we started collecting them. 500 of them went to a place called EarthGen Nurseries. It's a place that specializes in growing tree from seed and specializes in native trees. The gentleman who owns it actually does the seed collection himself, so he's an expert in it. And we've been growing them there for several years now. And in the fall of this year, those seeds from that special tree that the community saved, that 260-year-old historic oak tree on Bronte Road, right in front of the regional center, the seedlings from that tree will be available to members of the public in Oakville. So what we're hoping is that businesses will buy some of these trees, even if they can't plant it on their property. If they wanted to buy them, they're going to cost about $50 a seedling. They're going to be about 4 foot to 5 foot high. If they wanted to buy them for $50, then we could give them to Conservation Halton, who are looking to plant some of these trees in Glenorchy, which is a new conservation area. A conservation area that, again, was saved by community effort. It was land that was mostly going to be sold to development, and we managed to convince the province of Ontario to keep it, most of it, in public hands. They're looking for some of these seeds to plant, seedlings to plant, and we'd like to be able to provide them with them. We're also quite happy to supply these seedlings to schools and to people who have room for a very large tree on their property. Now, white oaks get massive. You may not be around in 260 years, but the trees will. In fact, these trees can live 400 to 600 years. So this tree, if they're planted, will live a long time and will be able to be enjoyed by the community for a long time. If you don't have room on your property, please buy a tree anyway and donate it through us to Conservation Halton or to the town of Oakville. And we even want to give a few of them in exchange for some trees from other areas to places like Dundas. We'll be happy to provide a few of our old Bronte oaks to Dundas, and in exchange they have a historic tulip tree, and we'd like some seedlings back from them. So these are the kind of community exchanges that we want to have going on. And what we want to do is really protect the biodiversity of this area, make sure these really hardy, really good genetic specimens are propagated and their genes get to spread around in the community. So the way to get in touch with us is you can reach us through our website, which is www.oakvillegreen.org. You can also call us, and my phone number is 905-562-3819. You can also email me. My email is president@oakvillegreen.org. So I'm just going to repeat all of that just really quickly again. So you can call me at 905-562-3819. You can visit us on the website, and we'll have a lot of this information on the website, including adoption forms, care for the trees, and everything that you need. The website is www.oakvillegreen.org. You can also email me at president@oakvillegreen.org. And one of the best parts of it is you will be able to pay for the trees online because we have PayPal. So it's easy and convenient. And especially if businesses are looking at ordering a large number of trees, we only have 500 trees. So it's important to let us know now that you're interested in a tree, and we will hold as many trees for you as we can. We want to make sure some get to the hands of the community, some get to the hands of the schools, some get spread around to communities in our neighborhood that we want to trade trees for, and that a lot get planted in our community parks, ravines, and our conservation areas. There are a lot of ways that people can volunteer with this effort on our baby oak trees. We have a small committee that we've put together of people who are going to help us market them, and we need some more help on that committee, so we would be delighted if you could join us for that. We're also going to be holding a special event to kick off the launch of this sale of the seedlings, and if anyone would like to help with that, we'd be happy to have you. The best way, again, to get in contact with me is to send me an email at president@oakvillegreen.org. And you can also phone me, of course, which is 905-562-3819. We have a really great group of volunteers at Oakville Green. They get amazing work done and have fun doing it. Talk to anybody who was working at our garage sale that we recently held. That's our main fundraiser that we do every year. And that's a gang of people who've been working together for several years now, and they really enjoy that one-day event. And this would be the same kind of thing. Group of people working together to get a project done. And I think it would be very meaningful for the community. You know that you'd be doing something that would have a lasting impact, something that your children and your grandchildren will get to enjoy. So we really look forward to having some volunteers come out to help with those efforts.
You